Hello, hello, hello. Mo the Goddess here. I was sitting here going through my messages and my emails, and it is crazy. I wasn't going to make this video, but what the hell? It is crazy how all of the kudos, the thanks, the positive messages, and the you inspire me messages I get are from men. It is very seldom out of 13 years, you guys. 13 years I've been doing this. 13 years I came online and I started to coach women. I started in the health and fitness industry when I began to train for my first bodybuilding show. So I had all these women actually watch me lose weight online and really change my body composition. And with that, I began to train women who were inspired by that. And most of them had low self-esteem at the time because I really had low self-esteem. I didn't feel good about my body. Maybe people didn't see that online, but I attracted the same type of woman that I was. And as time went on, I began to see how it was so exhausting to try to help these women because they are just stuck in this mind frame, right? So as time went on, I said, you know what? I'm going to train women who are really ready to change their bodies, change their minds, change their bank accounts, become more confident and put themselves out there to be seen so that they can attract their ideal audience. And it's crazy how the most, the women who actually need the help, who need the inspiration, who need the motivation, are the ones who sit online and watch and pretend like they don't. They're the ones who never hit the like button. They're the ones who never leave a comment. They're the ones who never purchase or support any of the programs or the products and services. I get so many men that send me messages, and I'm sitting here. I was literally sitting here because I tell y'all all the time, I'm always in my head. I'm always, thinking. I'm always trying to level up. What could I do? How could I make more money? I'm always thinking about these things, but I also want to know how I can help people in the process. I don't want to just be putting myself out here for no reason. I want to help somebody. And as I'm going through these messages from these men and testimonials, literally saying, maybe this is not for women after all, Mo. Maybe that phase is over. Maybe what you were trying to do 13 years ago, that was a phase that has passed. Maybe that's not your lane anymore. Maybe you are just meant to show up and be authentic and confident for yourself. And the more I have tried to chase the algorithm and to chase my ideal audience, I either keep getting these people who are still not ready to level up, they're still not ready to change and grow, and it's so exhausting to try to work with them. I'm saying all that to say, you guys, what am I here to say? I don't even know what the point of what I'm trying to say is, but it's time for all of us to basically look at ourselves, right? Because I'm looking at myself. Like, what is the energy that I'm putting out there to attract these type of women or not to attract them at all? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to attract the wrong folks. So those of you who don't hit the like button, y'all don't buy, y'all ain't inspired. Okay, cool. Because y'all not my ideal people. But what energy do I need to embody to be able to work with the type of women, if I'm supposed to work with women, because that's still something I'm meditating and praying on. But what energy do I need to show up in that space to attract those women? So I guess my point is, we all should be looking at ourselves and working on ourselves if we are attracting things into our life that make us uncomfortable, that no longer serve us and don't feel good to us. Instead of looking on the outside and pointing the finger and saying, okay, it's their fault, it's this, if this didn't happen, that, we need to start looking at ourselves, going within. What do we need to tweak? What do we need to heal from? Where do we need to add value for ourselves? Because when you become valuable, when you become strong and powerful, then you give others permission to be strong and powerful too. And those who are strong and powerful, they're not ashamed to hit the like. They're not ashamed to comment. They're not ashamed to buy. In fact, they're qualified buyers. They ain't struggling. But what I will say is I appreciate all of you. And it's so crazy too, because I put myself out there to show a lot of skin most of the time, only to inspire women. Yeah, they're thirst traps. Of course, I love to hear you tell me how beautiful I am. Okay, I'm a woman. Most of us appreciate that. I don't care who you are. You like the compliments. But I do it to inspire women. And for whatever reason, there's a disconnect there, right? Anyway, all that being said, I thank you guys. I know you guys are more visual and y'all like the skin. I know that. But for the most part, I appreciate you because you are all very respectful to me. You don't step over the line and the boundaries. And those of you who do, you know who you are because y'all ain't here no more. But I really appreciate it because sometimes, this is a really thankless job. Like, I know whoever I am, whatever I've gone through, whatever I've overcome, I know it's not just for me. It's for me to give to the people, the underdog, because I was once her. I was once overlooked. I was once treated very badly. And I have to admit, a lot of that stuff, that residue from the past, it shows up now, even in this message, being vulnerable, telling you, I don't know what it is. When I really, a lot of people wouldn't care. They wouldn't give a damn, but I do care. I do care. And I show you that I care. If you read in my captions, you know that I care. So, thank you all who have reached out to me, who are thanking me, who say that you're inspired by me, who appreciate my confidence, who appreciate, the content. I appreciate you. That makes me feel so much better because a lot of times I feel like, why am I here even doing this? Ain't nobody seeing it. Ain't nobody paying attention to it. Don't nobody want it, And it's mostly the people that I want to be a part of the tribe, the women out there who have been underdogs, who have been those women who, suffered in some way, who have some trauma. Those are the ones that I really be speaking to, but y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me. But those of you who do hear me, I appreciate you and I love you. And that's all I wanted to say. But in the meantime and in between time, you be fit, be fierce, be fabulous. Healthy is the new sexy. Bye.